Do you need to discreetly send text messages from under your desk? Or maybe you're just looking to catch on to the trend because everyone has one of these damn Apple Watch thingies. Whatever your reasoning behind it, you are looking for the absolute best Apple Watch right now and don't know which one to get. Don't even stress. I wasn't able to eat last week, but I got all 3 Apple Watches available on Apple's website right now to see which one is the absolute best Apple Watch and which one I should spend my hard-earned money on. You know, for science. Starting off, let's go over some of the options that are available. There are 3 choices on Apple's website. The first is the Series 3, starting at $199. The second is the Apple Watch SE, starting at $279. And the third, I can't make the 30 symbol. Why is that so hard? Oh my God. I can't do that with my left hand. I just realized that. What? The third option is the Series 7, coming in at $399, which is actually double the price as the Series 3. Each of the watches come with 2 different size variants, with the largest of all watches being the Series 7 at 45 millimeters and the smallest of all watches being the Series 3 at 38 millimeters. Now for color options, the Series 3 only has 2. The Apple Watch SE has 3 different color options, and then for the Apple Watch Series 7, it actually has a bunch of different color options, but it's really based on the material that you use, whether it be like aluminum, stainless steel, or the other really high-end one that I can't afford. Now the Series 3 isn't just the smallest in terms of size, it's actually the smallest in terms of memory capacity as well, only coming in at 8 gigabytes of memory of onboard storage with the GPS only version, something we're going to talk about a bit more later. Okay, so now we got to compare the features of the 3 options available, and this is where it gets a little weird. You see, the 5-year-old Series 3 has almost all of the same features that the newest Apple Watch has, minus a couple sensors. And from just a quick glance, you might see all those features and say, oh my gosh, the Series 3 does the exact same thing as even the new Series 7 or the Apple Watch SE does. Why wouldn't I just buy that? Remember what I said about storage a little bit earlier? Yeah, it turns out that's actually a pretty damn big issue with Apple Watches. Each new version of watchOS has newer memory requirements. Apps are getting bigger and bigger, and the Series 3's lack of memory really hinders it from me recommending to anyone looking for an Apple Watch. And this affects the updating process as well. For me, my Series 3 had a very hard time getting to watch OS 8, I believe, and when it finally did, it wiped everything that was on the watch because it didn't have enough memory. Now the Apple Watch SE and Series 7 actually have 32 gigabytes of memory, definitely giving you a little bit more wiggle room and allowing you to install the newest version of watchOS without deleting all your data. Next up, let's talk about the displays on all 3 options. Now in my opinion, there really isn't that much of a difference here between the displays because all of them are using OLED tech at 1000 nits peak brightness. The only real noticeable difference is the Series 7 having an always-on display and the less of a bezel showing, allowing it to kind of leak over the edges of the display, which actually does look pretty cool. I've also noticed a lot of people are turning off the always-on display to save battery life, which in that case kind of takes away the always-on display feature. For me, I haven't really had an issue with battery life, so I've been leaving on the always-on display. I mean, my battery life is better than my old Series 3 and definitely on par with the Apple Watch SE. The Apple Watch Series 7 also charges ridiculously fast, especially when compared to the Apple Watch SE or the Series 3. It absolutely blows them out of the water. Say you're at your desk and you have like an hour to charge your watch. There's a really good chance that you're going to get really close to the 50% mark, which will give you almost 9 hours of usage. That's pretty good and has already come in clutch for me multiple times. Last up for features, the Series 7 also has 2 additional sensors, a blood oxygen sensor and an electrocardiogram sensor. Admittedly, I've never used these sensors before and I don't really like speaking on stuff that I haven't used before, but it's something you should know. And if you do need these, just know that the only option available of these 3 choices is going to be the Series 7. So that takes us right back to the beginning where we started in answering the question, what is the absolute best Apple Watch that you should spend your hard-earned money on? Well, for starters, I'm gonna go ahead and say stay away from the Series 3. It's 5 years old at this point. It doesn't have memory capability to handle the new watchOSs and will likely stop getting updates and support soon. This leaves us with the SE and the Series 7. Now this might actually shock you guys, but I'm gonna go ahead and say get the freaking SE. It's the value king. It has all the features that most people are looking for in a smartwatch. It's newer than the Series 3, so we know that it's going to be getting updates for at least another couple years, and it's going to have the support from Apple as well. It's rocking 32 gigabytes of onboard storage, plenty for apps and music, and it's got a pretty damn good display. But I will say that if you want different color options and you need those 2 other sensors that I had mentioned previously, you're going to have to go with the Series 7. Guys, the absolute best Apple Watch that you can purchase is going to be the one that serves you correctly and gives you the features that you're looking for. I made a whole video reviewing the Series 7, which you can watch right here. And if you're still considering purchasing the Series 3, please, for God's sakes, watch this video and hopefully I can convince you otherwise. That being said, this is where I'll end it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.